Hi there, Aquarius. This is Astrogirl. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. Mars, the planet of energy, the planet of power, the sexual planet, is in Libra, your fellow air sign. Your ninth house of overseas travel, higher education, and learning. And it's there right through mid-July of 2014. It's there for a long time. So I'm really thinking that the next 6 months is a great time for you to get out of your comfort zone. You're a fixed air sign, so you're stubborn, which is kind of a strange thing to be, because I never think of Aquarians as being stubborn until I run into one, and I'm like, oh, that's right. If you think something is correct, if you think you're right, you're right. No facts, no Google, nothing can prove otherwise. It's time for you to get out there, see the world, and realize that there's a lot going on out there. And I think this is the time for you to do it if you can. It's a great time to take an overseas transfer at work. It's a great time to apply for one. It's a great time for you to think about studying overseas. There's so many Americans who go to Sydney and go to Melbourne to study. And, I hear about it all the time. They go and then they come back and work in the US, having learnt whatever they've learnt in Australia. It makes me feel very proud. So I don't see why it's not reciprocated. And I think if you can get onto any of those jobs and live in New York or any of the places, or Chicago or California, because the weather's fantastic, it's a really good idea to get onto those programs, considering back in the day, the US and Australia didn't really do that as much. But now that they've opened up all sorts of, industry and channels and solar power and solar energy and all that sort of thing, which is allowing Australians to come and work here and live here for a certain amount of time without having to go through too much rigmarole. And you are such a quick study, a quick learner. You're fascinated by everything. It's just we've got to get you out of that rut that you're in. And I think Mars in Libra, and then Jupiter moves into Leo in July, which is your relationship zone. You're going to meet some very interesting people in the second half of 2014. It's going to be a really good year for you. So start thinking about everything I've just said. Start investigating. Start thinking about going back to uni, full or part-time. Start thinking about your growth. Have a great week, and thanks for tuning in.